I'm Ron and I'm back again, you know already, with another classic RSR. Tonight I am reviewing the 2018 CONCACAF Champions League Round of 16, Toronto FC versus Colorado Rapids. Toronto FC wins 2-0 on aggregate. We'll talk about the first leg first, then the second leg, but there ain't much to talk about, so this one will be pretty quick, but we'll talk about it. In the 53rd minute, Sebastian Giovinco crosses the ball to Jonathan Osorio. Jonathan Osorio heads it in to make it 1-0 Toronto in the first leg away in Colorado. You know, yeah, that stadium, that cold stadium, all that, you know. In Colorado, 1-0. Then, in the 73rd minute, Alro crosses in to Giovinco. Giovinco falls right to him, volleys it in, 2-0. And they get 2 away goals, and they basically wrap up the tie there. Great defensively, great offensively. You get 2 good goals. What's not to like? 73 days after winning the MLS Cup in 2017. What's not to like? I mean, it was probably like -5 Celsius, and you could tell. But, they still beat them down. Not that it matters, because Toronto... It was actually warmer in the second leg, funnily enough. But the defense was awesome. The offense was awesome. Bono made a lot of saves. A couple of good saves. Not a lot of saves, but a couple of good saves. But it was preseason form, but he made the saves he needed to make when he was forced to make a save. Tim Howard looked horrible in that game, especially on the Seba goal. He didn't even move. He was just like frozen like in carbonite. I mean, it was, again, probably -5 Celsius, but he looked like he was frozen in carbonite, like he was Han Solo. He was just like, I'm not going to move. Or at least his feet were frozen in carbonite. I don't know. It's like, I'm not going to move. Not going to move. That's not how you are a goalkeeper. That's not how it works. You should know this, Tim Howard. You've been playing for 17 years. You played for 17 years. You should know. Probably more. But I'm not going to check. I'm not going to check. So, but Toronto looked awesome in the first leg. Put the tie away in the first leg. Went back home to BMO Field. Not much of a problem. Played good defense. Couldn't score even though they had good offensive runs and offensive chances. They just couldn't put it away. They just couldn't score. Seba missed a free kick. He missed a good run. Josie missed a couple. Moore missed a good header. Oh, by the way, Howard wasn't in goal for this one. It was Zach McMath. Zach McMath. Yeah, they rotated their whole squad. And they parked the bus just to hope they had a chance. Even though they were like, oh, it's just preseason for us. We don't care. We don't care. They knew they weren't getting Toronto. They just parked the bus. In Toronto, when they had the chance to score, they couldn't put it away. So it stayed 2-0. Toronto's defense was awesome in this game. Alro, awesome. The center backs, Moore and Hagland, they were awesome. Like, it was awesome. Like, it was a great game. It was a boring tie. But Toronto needed to do what they needed to do on preseason form to move on to the round of 8. The quarterfinals, where they faced Tigres. Might I add. They faced Tigres there, but hey. Well, let's finish talking about this, and then I'll close this one out. But Toronto played great for what form they were in this tie. They played great. It was kind of boring, you know. That's what it is. This tie was boring. It actually, let me correct myself. This was the most boring cup tie Toronto FC has ever played in. Simple. Columbus was actually a defensive masterclass. I'm sorry for being mean to that tie, but this tie was actually horrible. They may have scored more goals, but watching a team park the bus just to be like, please, have mercy, have mercy. We know we're not going through. Just have mercy. And Toronto just can't finish that night as well, so it doesn't look as bad as it should. That's exactly what that tie was. It was boring, especially the second leg. But Bono also made some good saves in that tie. First leg man of the match, Giovinco. Assist, goal, had great creation, Giovinco. Second leg's man of the match, Alex Bono, because he made some wonderful saves that he needed to make, but he made the saves that he needed to make. But they were wonderful, which sadly was one of the last couple of games. He was a great goalkeeper. Oh no, he was good for the rest of the Champions League run. But then after that, oh boy. We remember what happened in 2018. We don't need to talk about it. We don't really need to talk about it right now. But that's that. So, Toronto FC dispatches of Colorado Rapids pretty easily. 2-0 on aggregate. Shows mercy in the second leg. Can't put anything away. They show mercy. They just keep their foot on their neck and just like, hey, we're just going to show mercy. We got what we wanted and we're going to go. And they did. And they did. So if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about one of the two biggest upsets in Champions League history. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.